Life is what happens when you are busy making plans. Today, we bring you a story of a child who is slowly turning into a tree. She is called Dativa, and she says that she is 21 years old. She is called Belesila, Dativa's mother. She says that she is watching her daughter turn into a tree, and she has no idea where this came from. Belesila says that it all started in 2014 when her daughter got infected. By then, the situation wasn't as bad as it is right now. Her skin was still normal, but Dativa had a problem with the arms and the legs, and when her mother noticed this, she immediately took her to the hospital. Dativa says that it was about 6 years ago. She was in school and she was 15 years old when she started feeling this pain in her knees. She was normal, just like any other child. She thought that this kind of pain was not going to take long. The case became worse, and her friends at school said that she was turning into a tree, but within no time, it had become worse, and she couldn't walk anymore. And that's when her mother took her to the hospital. Upon reaching the hospital, the doctors examined her daughter. They found nothing wrong with her body, and the test results were showing that she was completely fine, which confused her mother, but they advised her to go to a better hospital because they might know what was wrong with Dativa. The next morning, they immediately went to the hospital that they had transferred them to in order to get her daughter treated. But when they got there, the doctors couldn't also find anything wrong with her, but they could see that she was not fine at all. They advised Belesila to take her daughter to the city and try treating her with the city hospitals because her treatment in this village had completely failed. Belesila asked them to help her and give her an ambulance to take her daughter to the city hospital because she did not have money for transportation, and there was no way that she was going to ever manage to carry her daughter to the city because she was all alone and she could not manage that kind of journey. The doctors told her that they could not do what she had asked, and all they told her is to go back home and find a way to save some money in order to take Dativa to the city for treatment, because the ambulance that she was asking for was for only emergencies and not cases like this. She carried her daughter back home because at this point she was confused and totally did not know what to do. She decided to live with her daughter until she got money and support to take her to the city. After a couple of weeks, Davita's situation got worse, and her body started getting hard and cracking just like a tree, which scared Belisila, and she rushed Dativa to the same hospital again. She asked for an ambulance because this time it was worse. The doctors saw the condition that Dativa was going through, and since she was dying and they had never seen anything like this before, they immediately gave her an ambulance to take her daughter to the city hospital for treatment. But as they were about to leave, they contacted the doctor in the city, and he told them that he was not going to be available for the whole week. So Belisila and her daughter stayed at the hospital for the entire week, waiting. Time came and the doctor got back. They gave them the ambulance that they had promised. They took Dativa to the city. Belisila thought that since they had gone to the city hospital, everything was going to be okay. But at the hospital they went to, the doctors kept examining Dativa every day for 6 months, but they could not at all find the name or type of illness that had affected Dativa. They were transferred to another hospital, and upon reaching there, nothing was found positive on Dativa, and they also transferred them to another bigger hospital. This time, the case was different because they told Belisila that this situation was no longer one to be taken care of in her country, because they all had failed and the only option left was to take Dativa abroad for advanced treatment. At this moment, Belisila was totally confused. She did not know what to do next because she had sold all that she had and spent the money to pay the hospital bills, which also never helped her daughter at all. And now going abroad sounded impossible, so she took her daughter Dativa back home to die from there, because she had noticed that running to different hospitals was of no use at this point. Belisila wrote a letter to one of the officials governing her society, asking for help because her daughter was dying and she could not afford treatment. But he replied and told her to go home, and they would think about it, and when they do, they will call her. She went back home and kept hoping for the best, but until now, they have never helped her in any way, though she kept going back to remind them, but still, nothing was done. Dativa's body keeps cracking and brings about wounds on it. She cannot walk, sit, or even move her body. It is like she is in coma or even half dead. And that's how they live with her. She folds her hands and just keeps looking on, sleeping all day, and she cannot do anything for herself. And yet, she was not at all born like this. Belisila feeds her daughter and bathes her, as it should, and she smells most of the time. She thinks that witchcraft might be involved in these issues, because there is no way that they went through every kind of test and nothing wrong was ever found in Dativa's body. Belesila says that she has hope that one day God will make a miracle in their lives and her daughter Dativa will become a normal child again.
Nuko bampa ubufasha bwo kuvuza uyu mwana bakamfasha mu mibereho mu mirire ubutumeze nabi.
All that they are wishing for right now is to get advanced treatment for Dativa because they cannot afford it at all. Thank you for watching Afrimax English. This is Prince. Do not forget to subscribe.